everyone, welcome back to Echo Your English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ryan.
So today we're talking about something that's been on my mind lately, career changes.
Oh, this is a good one.
Right? Like, should you take the risk and switch careers or should you just stay where you are?
It's such a tough decision. I feel like everyone I know is either thinking about changing jobs or has just done it.
Exactly. Our parents stayed in one job forever, but our generation,
We're all over the place.
right? So we thought we'd have an honest conversation about this. The fears, the practical considerations, when it makes sense, when it doesn't.
And we're speaking from experience here. Both of us have made career changes.
Some successful, some less successful.
We'll get into that.
So whether you're thinking about changing careers or you're just curious about how to talk about this topic in English, this conversation is for you.
All right, so let me start with the obvious question. Emily, have you ever made a big career change?
Oh yeah, about 5 years ago, I left a corporate job to become a teacher.
That's a huge shift.
It was terrifying.
Okay, so tell me about that. What were you doing before?
I was working in marketing for a tech company. Good salary, benefits, the whole package.
Sounds stable.
It was. That's what made it so hard to leave. Everyone thought I was crazy.
So what made you do it?
Honestly, I was miserable. I'd wake up every Monday with this feeling of dread.
The Sunday scaries.
Exactly. But like all week long, I just knew I wasn't meant to be there.
But you didn't just quit immediately, right?
Oh no, I'm not that brave. I spent about a year planning. I saved money, I got my teaching certification on the side, I talked to people already in education.
Smart.
I tried to be strategic about it, but even with all that planning, the day I handed in my resignation, my hands were shaking.
I bet. What did your boss say?
She was shocked. She thought I was happy there because I never complained.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people suffer in silence, you know? We put on a professional face, but inside, we're dying.
I can relate to that. I've been there too.
Really? Tell me about your experience.
So I was in finance, investment banking specifically.
Wow, that's intense.
Intense is an understatement. I was working 80-hour weeks, barely seeing my friends or family.
That sounds exhausting.
It was, but the money was really good, and I kept telling myself, just one more year, then I'll leave.
Let me guess. 1 year became 2, became 3.
Exactly. It's so easy to get trapped in that mindset. The golden handcuffs, they call it.
So what finally pushed you to leave?
I had a health scare. Nothing serious, but it was a wake-up call. I realized I was sacrificing my health, my relationships, everything for a job that didn't even make me happy.
That must have been scary.
It was, but it also gave me clarity. I left within 3 months.
And what did you switch to?
I went into consulting, but with much better work-life balance. It was still finance adjacent, so I could use my skills, but it wasn't killing me.
That's a smart transition. You didn't completely abandon your expertise.
Right. I think that's important. A lot of people think a career change means starting from zero, but you can often transfer skills.
Absolutely. My marketing background actually helps a lot with teaching and content creation.
See? Nothing is wasted.
So here's a question for you. Do you regret leaving finance?
Honestly, sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm much happier now, but I'd be lying if I didn't miss the salary sometimes.
That's fair. Money does matter.
It does, especially when you have bills to pay, maybe a family to support.
Right. This is where it gets complicated.
Okay, so let's talk about the practical side, because I think that's what stops most people from making a change.
Money.
Money is huge. How do you make a career change when you have rent, loans, responsibilities?
This is why I saved for a year before leaving. I had about 6 months of expenses saved up.
That's smart, but not everyone can do that.
True, some people are living paycheck to paycheck.
So what do you tell someone in that situation? Just stay miserable?
No, but maybe you don't make a dramatic overnight change. You do it gradually.
Like how?
Well, you could start building skills in your target field while keeping your current job, take online courses, do freelance work on weekends.
So like a side hustle approach.
Exactly. Build up that new career on the side until it's sustainable.
that makes sense, but that takes time.
It does, sometimes years.
Which brings up another consideration, age. Is there such a thing as being too old to change careers?
Ooh, controversial question.
But people think about it. If you're 25, you can take risks, but if you're 45 with kids,
I don't think you're ever too old, but the stakes are definitely higher.
how so?
Well, at 25, if you fail, you can move back in with your parents, start over. At 45, you might have a mortgage, kids in college, retirement to think about.
So you're saying older people should be more cautious?
I'm saying they need to be more strategic. The risk is higher, so the planning needs to be more thorough.
That's fair. What about qualifications? Like, if you want to change careers, do you need to go back to school?
Not always. It depends on the field.
Give me an example.
Okay, so if you want to become a doctor, yes, obviously you need medical school. But if you want to move from marketing to sales, you might not need any new credentials.
Right, because the skills overlap.
Exactly. Communication, persuasion, understanding customer needs, those transfer directly.
What about something like moving from accounting to graphic design?
That's harder because the skill sets are totally different. You'd probably need some training, but not necessarily a 4-year degree, maybe a boot camp or a certificate program.
So it really depends on the specific change you're making.
Completely, which is why the first step is always research.
What kind of research?
Talk to people actually doing the job you want. Find out what qualifications they have, how they got there, what the day-to-day is really like.
LinkedIn is great for this, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. You can message people and say, hey, I'm considering a move into your field. Could I ask you a few questions?
And most people are happy to help.
They are. People love talking about themselves and their careers.
So we've talked about money, age, qualifications. What else should people consider?
Lifestyle changes.
What do you mean?
Well, your new career might require different hours, more travel, relocation even.
Oh, that's a big one. Not everyone can just move to a different city.
Exactly. If you have a partner, kids, aging parents you're caring for.
The decision affects more than just you.
Right. So you need to have those conversations with your family.
This is getting complicated.
It is. Career changes aren't simple. Anyone who tells you to just follow your dreams is oversimplifying.
Thank you. I hate that advice.
Me too. It's not helpful.
Okay, let's talk about the emotional and psychological aspects because I think that's huge.
Oh, this is where it gets real.
What was the hardest part emotionally when you made your change?
The fear of failure. What if I had made a huge mistake?
Imposter syndrome?
Big time. I'd go to teaching conferences and feel like everyone else belonged there and I was just pretending.
Did that go away?
Eventually, it took about a year before I felt like a real teacher.
I had something similar. When I first left banking, I felt like I'd given up, like I was a quitter.
Oh, that's tough. Because society tells us quitting is bad.
Exactly, but sometimes quitting is the smartest thing you can do.
Right. There's a difference between quitting because something is hard and quitting because something isn't right for you.
That's a good distinction.
So, how did you deal with that feeling?
Honestly, I talked to a therapist about it.
Good for you.
Yeah, I realized I had tied my identity too closely to my job. When I left banking, I felt like I'd lost part of myself.
That's really common, especially in high-powered careers.
It is, but it's unhealthy, right? Your job shouldn't be your entire identity.
Definitely not. What else was hard emotionally?
Other people's opinions. My parents were so disappointed.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, they'd brag to their friends about their son, the investment banker. When I left, they didn't understand.
That must have been painful.
It was. I felt like I was letting them down. Have they come around?
They have, actually. Once they saw I was happier and still financially stable, they relaxed.
Time helps with that. What about friends? Did you lose any friendships?
Not exactly lose them, but some relationships changed. My banking friends and I didn't have as much in common anymore.
I experienced that too. Some of my corporate friends didn't get why I'd take a pay cut to teach.
It's like you're speaking different languages suddenly.
Exactly.
But I also made new friends in education who understood my values.
So here's a question. Do you think everyone should change careers if they're unhappy?
No, not necessarily.
Really? I thought you'd say yes.
No, because sometimes the problem isn't the career, it's the specific job or company.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah, like maybe you love marketing, but you hate your current company's culture. The solution isn't leaving marketing, it's finding a better company.
So, how do you know if you need a job change or a career change?
Ask yourself, if you had a different boss, different colleagues, different company, would you still hate what you do every day?
And if the answer is yes,
Then it might be time for a career change. But if the answer's no,
just find a new job in the same field.
exactly, much less risky.
That's actually really helpful advice.
So let's talk about the actual decision. How do you know when it's time to make a change versus when you should stay?
I think about this a lot. What are your criteria?
Okay, so I'd say you should seriously consider leaving if you're experiencing physical or mental health problems because of your job.
Like my situation.
Exactly. If you're having panic attacks, insomnia, depression, your job is literally making you sick.
No job is worth your health.
None. What else would make you say it's time to go?
If there's no growth potential, like you've hit the ceiling and there's nowhere to go.
That's a big one, especially for ambitious people.
Right. If you're going to be doing the same thing in 5 years with no advancement, why stay?
Unless you're genuinely happy with that.
True. Some people are content. Not everyone needs to climb the ladder.
Exactly. What else?
Ethical concerns. If your company's doing things that conflict with your values.
Oh, that's important. Can you give an example?
Sure. Like maybe you work for a tobacco company, but you've become passionate about health. That's a fundamental misalignment.
Right. You can't be authentic in that situation.
What about reasons to stay, even if you're not completely happy?
I'd say you should stay for financial stability during uncertain times. If the economy's shaky, maybe it's not the best time to take risks.
That makes sense. What else?
If you're close to a major milestone, like maybe you're 6 months away from being fully vested in your retirement plan.
Oh yeah, don't leave money on the table if you can help it.
Or if you're learning valuable skills that will help you in your next move.
So staying strategically, not just staying out of fear.
Exactly. There's a big difference between those two.
How can you tell which one you're doing?
Ask yourself, am I staying because this serves my long-term goals, or am I staying because I'm afraid of change?
That's a tough question to answer honestly.
It is, but it's important.
What if you're genuinely unsure, like you have reasons to stay and reasons to go?
Then I'd say give yourself a timeline. Try to improve your current situation for, say, 3 to 6 months.
What would that look like?
Talk to your boss about the issues you're having. Request different projects, different responsibilities. Really try to make it work.
And if nothing changes after 6 months?
Then you have your answer. Time to start planning your exit.
That's practical advice. Don't just quit impulsively, but don't stay forever either.
Exactly. Give it a real shot, but set boundaries.
All right, let's get practical. If someone listening right now is considering a career change, what should they do first?
First step, self-assessment. Figure out what you actually want.
How do you do that?
Ask yourself what aspects of your current job you like and don't like. Is it the tasks, the environment, the people, the hours?
So get specific about what's wrong.
Yes, because maybe you don't need a complete career change. Maybe you just need a different environment.
Okay, so after self-assessment, what's next?
Research. Look into careers that align with what you want. What are the requirements? What's the salary range? What's the job market like?
Where do you find this information?
LinkedIn, industry websites, job postings. But most importantly, talk to real people doing those jobs.
Informational interviews.
Exactly. They're incredibly valuable.
Okay, so you've done research. Then what?
Start building skills or credentials you need while you're still employed. Take courses, get certifications, do freelance projects.
This is the don't quit your day job yet phase.
Right. Build your runway first.
What about networking?
Huge. Start attending industry events, join professional groups, connect with people on LinkedIn.
Even before you're actively job searching?
Especially before. You want to build relationships before you need them.
That's smart. What else?
Get your finances in order. Save an emergency fund if possible. Reduce unnecessary expenses.
How much should people save?
Ideally, 3 to 6 months of expenses, but any cushion helps.
And if you can't save that much?
Then maybe look for a new job in your target field before quitting your current one.
So you're not unemployed during the transition.
Exactly. It's less risky that way.
What about updating your resume and LinkedIn?
Critical. Translate your current skills to match your target industry.
Can you give an example?
Sure, if you're moving from teaching to corporate training, you don't say taught students, you say designed and delivered educational programs or facilitated learning experiences.
So it's about framing.
Exactly. Same skills, different language.
What's the timeline for all of this? How long should this process take?
It varies, but I'd say minimum 6 months to a year if you're making a significant change.
That long?
Think about it. Research, skill building, networking, saving money, these things take time.
So this isn't a quick process.
Not if you want to do it right, but that's okay. Better to take your time than to rush and regret it.
All right, we've covered a lot. Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts.
Sounds good. So, career changes. Should you take the risk?
I think the answer is it depends.
Very diplomatic.
But it's true. There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
You're right. For some people, changing careers is the best decision they'll ever make.
And for others, staying put and finding satisfaction in other areas of life is perfectly fine.
The key is being honest with yourself about why you want to change.
Right. Are you running away from something or running towards something?
That's a good way to put it.
And remember, you don't have to make a decision today. Take your time, do your research, plan carefully.
But also, don't wait forever. Life is short.
True. Don't let fear hold you back from pursuing something you really want.
At the same time, don't be reckless. Smart risks, not stupid ones.
I think that's good advice for life in general, not just careers.
Absolutely. So for everyone listening, if you're thinking about a career change, we hope this conversation has given you some things to think about.
And remember, whatever you decide, make sure it's your decision, not someone else's.
Your parents, your partner, your friends, they can give input, but ultimately you're the one who has to live with the choice.
Well said.
All right, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening to Echo Your English.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please subscribe and let us know in the comments. Have you ever made a career change? Are you thinking about one?
We'd love to hear your stories.
Until next time, keep echoing your English.
Bye, everyone.